Hello everyone. Saturday, February the 10th is the feast of Saint Scholastica, the sister of Saint Benedict. From the first reading, 1 Kings, well, it's what I talked about yesterday. Jeroboam crosses the line. On the one hand, he's given the 10 tribes by God, but there's no doubt in my mind that was in order to actually bring all of these people to their senses, a conversion on Solomon's part perhaps, and to reunite the family that was divided. But no, that's not what Jeroboam does. He thinks about himself and the power that he now has. So once Jeroboam had become king of 10 of the tribes of Israel, he said to himself, now the kingdom may well revert to the house of David, where it belonged, right? If this people continues to go up to offer sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, the heart of this people will turn again to their master, King Rehoboam of Judah. So he has 2 calves of gold. See, there they are again. The god Apis, 2 calves of gold, the orgiastic cult. This is demonic. Anyways, this is what he does. He makes a false religion, a false sanctuary. And then at the end of the reading, it says it all, Jeroboam did not turn from his evil way, but made priests for the high places, again, from among all the people. Any who wanted to be priests, he consecrated for the high places. It's an outrage. He has no ability to make priests. It's an outrage. It's blasphemy, sacrilege. This matter became sin to the house of Jeroboam, so as to cut it off and to destroy it from the face of the earth. That's how grave this is. This can happen very easily to any of us. God can actually sanction something, but for his purposes, not for our purposes. And so I can't think of any examples right now as I'm giving this reflection or meditation, but be aware that sometimes God can permit things to happen, and he wants, but that doesn't give us permission to set up, in effect, to do something or set up something in such a way that the ultimate consequence will be that we depart from him. Now, Jeroboam may have not have thought that, but he should have known better, because he was a faithful Jew. He knew the house of David was the one sanctioned by God, not the house of Jeroboam. There was a sin here committed by Rehoboam, but the sin of Rehoboam did not justify him setting up another sanctuary. He would have had to have trusted that the Lord would take care of this. Do whatever he needed to do, be faithful to what the prophet had said to him, but when all is said and done, I will not set up a false religion. God's going to have to take care of this, but anyways, he doesn't do this, and it gets just bad to worse. So you and I need to be very careful when these situations arise in our own life. Over to the Gospel, Mark chapter 8. So the crowds have been with Jesus for several days. I have compassion for this crowd because they have been with me now for 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them away hungry to their homes, they will faint on the way, and some of them have come from a great distance. So this is a foreshadowing, we know, of the Eucharist, but Jesus is also concerned about their physical needs, as he is concerned about your need and my physical needs as well. Now, he's not going to multiply loaves in the way that he did it here, but it shows that he is concerned about our physical needs. And Jesus does help us in various ways, often through secondary and tertiary causes, to meet the needs that we have. Now, it's easy for me to say this. I have to admit this in our Western society. I was talking to people in Calcutta, many places in the world where they are deprived of basic physical goods. I would have to somehow adjust what I'm saying, and I'm cognizant of this. However, there's more food in the world than all the people need. The reason, so it's not as if God has not provided this, it's selfishness and pride and greed on the part of governments that prevent people from getting what they need. So God has provided, this earth with all of the needs in order to feed all the people that are in it, plus can go well beyond the population we have now. So the teaching still holds true, but it has to be understood in a different way, because there are people who starve to death. But it's not the fault of God. It's not because God has not granted us the blessings we need in order to take care of everybody on this planet. It's because of the perverted human heart that we are willing to actually allow people to starve to death. Mao, 60 million Chinese were, murdered, and some of them starved to death. Stalin with the Ukrainians, he starved them to death, the breadbasket of the Soviet Union. It goes on and on and on like this. But, even our own society, we're willing to really not attend seriously to the needs of many of our homeless. I know some of them don't want to be in shelters. And it's true, some of them don't want to be in shelters. But do we really try to make the effort, to help these people learn how to help themselves, to take care of their basic needs? And I'm not talking about a socialism. I'm talking about, doing something that is meant to help them and remind them that they are human persons with a dignity is bestowed upon them by the Creator. What do we do now? So often we offer them maid, right? At least in Canada, it's disgusting. So you and I, to thank God every day for what we have, and at least be open to how you can be generous with others. God bless you.